Now, friends, we're going to play you an old breakdown. The kind that you can just roll up the rug, move back the chairs, and turn on. You know, one of the old deep in the heart of Texas tunes. Here it is. Let's go, boys. A breakdown. Let's go, boys.
folks all out there?
That's what Dave says is Hope you can hear us out there. Oh, yeah, Dave Pride. He's got some emoji in the chat. I can't quite tell what it is. It appears to be like... Here, let me get a little closer.
Hey, Dad, you got COVID too or no?
Oh, it's elbows bumping, I think. He says,
How appropriate.
Hey, folks, you're listening to Chute the Shit. It's good to be back here. We're doing a little bit of a Hogchute Harvest preview. Oh, it's pooping, is what Dave says that the emoji, I guess, is. Or maybe he is pooping. I don't know. Wherever you might be, whether it's in the comfort of your living room or the comfort of your toilet, we hope you're having a good time. Your commode? Is that
indeed.
the polite term?
Yes, your commode, your bidet. I think that Dad is a bidet guy.
Well, Aaron, do you want to talk? We mentioned on the last stream that we'd been to Poland, and you had kind of a language barrier in regards to asking where the bathroom was. Do you want to talk to that at all? Is this something you feel comfortable sharing?
No, I mean, we can talk about it if you want to.
I think it would be a great opening topic of conversation, if you don't mind.
What was it? It was ubikacja or toileta.
Toileta.
So it was basically I was asking where like the washing room was, like basically a full-blown bathroom versus like a toilet.
Gotcha.
So in Poland, the difference is like if you're asking for where I can like relieve myself, you ask for the toilet. If you're asking for like a full-blown bathtub situation, you're just like, do not ask for a toilet, right?
Right. Because that means
I was
like,
basically asking constantly for like a full-blown bathroom, like with all the amenities.
Oh, well, look, Hey, by the way, this is Brad Hanson coming here with you. You just heard Aaron Erdman.
This is Aaron Erdman.
And we've also got Mr. Clayton Burke of the Clayton Burke Band here, sitting
folks.
in studio at
Clayton
Page
Burke
House.
Deering.
Clayton Burke Deering. And what a deer he is. So we're glad to have you here, Clax. I think we've got a few of our usual fun segments. We're going to play some music from artists who have either played the hoot or... Not the hoot. The Chute.
The Chute.
Got the hoot on my mind. We did the Hoot Nanny up at the Rose Bowl last night. It was a real grand time. But we'll have some artists from the Chute of past, present, and future, we hope. You want any sneak previews of what we're going to get up to, Aaron?
I would love to, but also, can you tell us about the bands that will be playing at the Hogchute?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm going to have to pull up my reminder list because there's a limited roster this time, but everybody's going to get some longer time. I know that we've got the Bashful Youngins.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
I know that we've got Sweet Milk, I think making Sweet Milk's first appearance as Sweet Milk. Of course, we all know Kenna has played at the Hogchute many times.
Is it a full band situation?
I don't think so. I think the aspiration was that it would be, but I'm not too sure where that has landed yet. But we'll find out. Either way,
it doesn't matter.
Yeah, Kenna's like a one-person band anyway. So
yeah, they're wonderful. So regardless,
the looping pedal and the harmonies and bass and guitar all at once, I think it'll be pretty grand. So there's that. There's our buddy Tim Ryan, who you might know from around the scene. I'm excited for him. Gem, the dance pop super group, will be bringing things down a little later in the night.
Who are the members of Gem?
I don't know if they want to be known. I think maybe these are alter egos. And...
I only know one alter ego. I only know two alter egos.
Sure.
Big fan. Shout out to Laser Boy.
Laser Boy, DJ Laser Boy. That's right.
DJ Laser.
The Opinionator.
Mm-hmm. The Opinionator. And then I think the other two might still be coming up with names. So there's them. They're going to be playing. That'll be a departure, but I think a really fun time. Definitely not country music, but it should fit the vibe pretty well.
Oh, it's going to be a blast.
Who else we got? We got Morgan Orion and the Afterburners coming up from New Orleans, the Big Easy. Nolans.
Don't call it Orleans.
No, that's how we say it up here in the Midwest. It's New Orleans.
Nolans.
It's not Nolans. It's New Orleans. Yeah. I don't know where you think you're from, but
I don't know where I'm from.
Yeah. Well,
when you say Nolans, people will be like, "Oh, you've been there." Right?
Oh, you've been? Are you from there? Yeah.
I've been there.
We've got that. We've got Morgan Orion and the Afterburners. We've got the Rebecca Songer Band. Clax, are you gonna be playing with the Songer Band?
I will not. I'll be very happy. And
you're maybe sitting on the sidelines.
Excited to hear it from the other side of the stage.
Yeah,
big fan of all those musicians.
Yeah, and we'll also have Colonel James Presents. I think I need to get that confirmed from Bryce. You're on the poster, Bryce. So if you happen to listen, we hope you'll be there. He told me about a month ago or so. I think it was at some night at the Bowl that he really wanted to get on because he had something special planned, kind of a spectacle. So I hope that that's still in the works. If it's not, we'll make a spectacle regardless.
And you know what? If there aren't inflatable penguins and such, then I'm not interested.
I don't know if there will be inflatable penguins, but
Whatever the fuck that was last time. But, you know.
with the
Polar bear, right?
Calliope musicals.
Calliope musicals.
That was far
wonderful.
out. You know?
Yeah.
And then at the end of the night, we're going to be having the first ever Shootin' Annie open mic. So I'm going to get up and kind of kick it off by playing some songs. It'll start around 10:30 and go until about midnight when we want to start the fire. It's kind of an effort I'm doing to make sure we keep the fire on time, make sure everybody gets the chance to enjoy that part of the event. It gets a little rough when we've been going until 1 a.m., 2 a.m.
Yeah.
So, it'll be nice. Harvest, it's time to, relax after a day in the fields. So,
yeah,
I don't know.
For sure. I really love that idea too.
It'd be fun.
The guitars and music usually tries to break out around the fire, and by then, it's pretty late, and a lot of people have had a long day already, so they don't always get the chance to.
Agreed.
Play
Absolutely.
along
And when you have been waiting all day to play your set, I can imagine that it's kind of stressful to, just like hold out on drinking all day.
I always feel guilty putting somebody in like the 11 o'clock slot because personally by 11 o'clock I am exhausted. So I can't imagine keeping it together to play that late. And so this will be just for anybody who's brave enough. Feel free to hop up. If you're listening and you've never been or you have been and you never had the chance to play, bring an instrument. We've got a cat here sniffing around. I think we ought to shoo him away.
Absolutely.
He's getting far too
Go
comfortable.
away.
He likes to chew through microphone cables, so we're
It's
going
his
to
favorite treat.
try and keep that under wraps.
He ate a whole cheeseburger the other day.
Oh, yeah, he did. He dug a cheeseburger out of the trash.
He
and
opened
we
a
found it in the
cabinet
morning.
and pulled the entire... We have like 3, safeguards.
Right. We have double roller latches on all of our cabinets, but he's gotten so good at prying doors open and cabinets open that I think his front, we can equate it to the upper body.
It's upper body
But for
strength,
a cat,
like
it's
a
the
wrestler.
front body strength. He's got incredible muscles, and here he is coming back for more. Leo,
Yeah,
just
he's
loose.
coming back for
I'm
more.
glad
Now
that he's
we're gonna-
not because he's so scared of Clayton that I'm glad that he's here, but I don't really know
He should be.
what he wants. He ought to be,
he
right?
should be, 'cause
Should I
Clayton is
squirt him
so
with the
scary.
bottle? He doesn't
No,
even
don't,
care.
Don't
He's
squirt
sniffing
him.
at a beer bottle. Anyway,
He
that's
likes
Leo.
he likes Hefeweizen.
He does like the Hefeweizen. He's got
Anyway, all right,
Yeah.
we'll put some music on and we'll be back with you. And our next segment will be a brand new one.
Indeed, and if anybody wants to get their tarot read tonight,
Let us know.
just let us know in the chat, or if you're listening, you want to call me up on the phone and talk in person and get your reading live over the air. We'd be happy to arrange that too. But in the meantime, as Aaron said, I think we're going to play some music. I think I'm going to start with a cut off of my band Neyoga, our recent EP that we released, just to get the gears turning. This is the intro track off of this EP, which is a self-titled EP just called Neyoga. And it's called Company Loves Misery. And after that, you'll just hear some other great stuff. But stick around. We'll be back before too long.
This ain't back way too far on the farm. I can tell you what to say, come unarmed. The dogs are alright on the side of the fence. Come over, run it now, sit your own expense. Present company loves misery. I don't know enough to disagree. What we had was as bright as rain. Proved impossible to maintain.
You little piggy with a red tie on. You little piggy, it's got a bright new bone and polished with fear and corporate slime. Yeah, he whispers in your ear. Yeah, this is war all the time. And little piggy is gonna build a wall. And while you stuff your faces at a shopping mall, and he suckered the poor, they ain't getting a dime. He says you work for me now, and this is war all the time. And little piggy bought some brand new boots, and for you he'd buy an orange jumpsuit. And you're knocking on your door 'cause the skin's a crowd. Says, don't you understand, boy, that this is war?
wants to
Where
know.
did you come from? Where did you go? Where did you come from, Cotton Eye Joe?
Welcome to our new segment.
Yeah, well, no, we're not. Just let me introduce who that was. That was the Bashful Youngins, like newest little single there, I think.
An epic.
The Rockin' Youngins, I'd say. They don't sound so bashful to me. I don't know about you, Clayton.
Not anymore.
They sound confident, self-assured, mature. They don't sound like youngins so much anymore either, I gotta say. But, you know, maybe we ought to come up with a new band name for them. What do you think? Should we name them tonight and just tell them this is what we've decided you are?
Why don't we think about it?
The old youngins?
No,
They're
they're
not so old. They're younger
old.
than me. I'm the oldest here at this table, and I think in our crew by a pretty far stretch.
That's not true.
That's true.
You actually are about to have a birthday.
I'm in the mid-range.
Brad's having a birthday on October 16th of this year. He
Coming
is.
up.
I'll be 27.
He's going to be 38.
All right. Well, you know, these things, you know.
And Clayton is older by me by a full year. And
whole year.
1 week.
Yeah.
Exactly. 1
Yeah.
year and 1 week.
35
1 year, 1 week.
glorious years on this
Right on.
earth.
Before that, I think, what did we hear? We heard Colonel James Presents, their song Piggy, and before that was Acid Rain by my friends Manzanita Bones. Friends of the Chute, back in the area, I've heard, because I talked with them, and I did a music video for them just a few months ago. I wrapped up. I guess about a month ago. I think I finally finished this thing up, and you can find that right here on our YouTube channel. Hey, you can also find Clayton's music that he's doing. I don't know, maybe he doesn't want his name attached to it, but we're using music from a guy who goes by Neon Gravel.
Oh, yeah. Okay,
And you can
that's
find
me.
that. We've got a compilation on the Hogchute channel that's got a little animated feature, lo-fi pedal steel beats to grow old to or age to. I can't remember what I labeled it, but it'll pass the
To
time
age too, I think.
for
Yeah.
sure.
That
All right,
animation's
we got the
super cool, by
Steiner,
way.
Hot Knife, Nick Stein in the chat, Hang Buds, Cowabunga, dude. How are you, pal?
Hey, buddy.
Hello, friends.
Hey, friends. I think, so Aaron was teasing to this. We've got a new segment we'd like to introduce and try out tonight.
Two new segments,
Nick,
actually.
you're just
we're
in
doing
time.
it back to back.
2 new segments.
Yeah, we're doing Claxioms.
We've done Claxioms before, so it's still fresh, but
It's fresh, but
it's
we
fresh.
also have acronariums.
Akron Aaron's. This, I think the name of this could still use a little work.
We're workshopping.
We're
We're
workshopping.
workshopping it.
If
but,
you have
know.
ideas for what this is, but I think this all kind of came about because we were talking around the table the other night, and Clayton was over, and you know, there's all this online speak. If you're in our chat, we encourage you use the online speak, the acronyms, the abbreviations, whatever it might be, TMI, TLDR, these kinds of things.
IMO,
IMHO, LOL, LMFAO, whatever it might be. But Aaron apparently has a hard time knowing what these things are. And so she had brought up, FTW, which Clayton and I differed on opinions and readings of this. I thought initially for the win. Like, if you do something great, it's FTW for the win. But then Clayton said another one that made a lot of sense, which
I
was
say it?
Yeah, say it. Yeah.
Fuck the world.
Fuck the world.
Is how I had heard it first.
I think that's probably the accurate one. Nick says WWJD.
I think that's
would
that's
Julie
about
do?
Jesus.
What would
I
Julie
think.
do? That's what he asks himself. He says, "Would
Every time.
Julie
every
have
time
another
that
beer
he's in
even though it's 2 a.m.?"
Probably.
Probably.
Yeah.
So anyway, there was FTW was the one that you kind of had a different reading of that you were convinced of for a long time. What did you believe it to be, Aaron?
I thought it meant for the wind. So you do hashtag for the wind, like if you're just posting something and you mean nobody's listening, nobody gives a fuck. I'm just posting this random thing
Yeah.
and nobody cares. This is for the wind.
So Shoot the Shit tonight, FTW for the win.
FTW.
Right, basically.
Yeah, it's basically what this whole YouTube show is about. It's for the wind.
For the wind. Yeah, it's
I
just
like
for the
that.
wind. So meaning I like that because it's poetic and it's like, oh, this thing I'm just putting out and the wind will take it.
Do you think there's
Right,
I think
because
it's for
nobody's
that.
listening. It's just for it.
I think it's really
Yeah.
Eastern European in its mindset. It's kind of fatalistic in a way, a little nihilistic,
Did you
It's
enjoy?
poetic.
Did you enjoy Eastern Europe?
Poland? Yeah, I enjoyed Poland. I don't like fish and I don't like mushrooms, and it was chanterelle season there. So, and we were also by the seashore. So I had some nice breaded pork loin or something. You know, it was a lot like a what do you call it? Like a pork tenderloin but without the sandwich. I had a good steak.
But did you enjoy the wind?
It was a little windy for my taste, to be perfectly honest. The first night we were there, we were on the beach in this little beachside town in northern Poland, Rewa, right?
Yes.
And
Your new favorite sweatshirt.
I got a new sweatshirt because I was so cold. I went to the surf shop down the way, and I bought the first black sweatshirt I could find.
What's up, man?
Because we went out on this beach, and even wearing that, I got that thing, when it's winter and the wind hits you, and behind your ears starts to hurt. You ever get that, Clayton?
I have, like, it's a jaw
Aaron, you know
thing.
what I'm talking about? Yeah, it's like a jaw thing. It's like right behind the base of your ears, and they like throb, and they feel hot, and they like kind of. I don't know what that is. If you have any doctors like on call,
Listen, but you got so sunburned and tanned.
I didn't get sunburned at all.
And no, I know you
only
didn't get
got
sunburned.
tanned.
You got okay, fine.
Fine. Yeah, you got a little sunburned.
Okay, I did get sunburned because
that
if you were on the
hot
other
Polish-
side, if you were in the other side of the tree line, there was no wind.
In the hot Polish sun, it
And you
really
could-
does burn you.
I
It's deceiving.
I warned Brad. I told him like, hey, if you come over to the other side, like it's gonna be really hot. And he came down in full jeans
And I think my Rose Bowl hoodie.
and a Rose
Yeah.
Bowl hoodie, and it was
Represent.
boiling. My mom and I are like
Represent, yeah.
burning actively.
Right.
And
So anyway, for the wind,
for the wind.
That's
Yeah.
all for the
Okay,
wind.
Well, this is all for the wind. No one gives a shit
FTW.
about our trip to Poland.
yeah, nobody cares. So, but let's get to the meat of the matter here, and that's
All right.
Clayton. You've apparently prepared some acronyms from the online world that we're going to quiz Erin on and see what she thinks they might stand for. So,
Okay.
what do you say?
I didn't know this one for a long time, and I had to ask my lovely partner, Callie, who is sage in all
Callie.
of these things. Hi, Cal. I had to think about it.
You blanking?
TLDR.
Oh, this is a good one. TLDR.
Do you know what it means?
Have you ever seen it before somewhere?
TLDR.
To be fully accurate, it's
Okay,
usually
so-
seen as TL semicolon DR.
Okay, so
And usually it's like with an article or something.
Something
Say
that's
on
been written
Reddit.
out. What do you think?
I have to guess. I guess so.
What do you think? This is a tough one.
Okay.
So
okay.
I'm
let's-
gonna go. I have to guess something.
You have to guess something. Okay, well, there's a
I
time
should have
limit
ramped
here.
up
So,
to it.
All right,
I'm
so-
the
sorry
first
about
thing that
that.
comes to your mind, 10.
To lose, do right.
To lose, do right. What context do you imagine something like that might be used in?
Well, sometimes when you do the right thing, you lose.
I like that. Again, very
yeah.
poetic, a good poetic reading. It's really
So
about
the-
life.
for
It's
the win, kind of.
It's for the wind. It's got that vibe.
Yeah. So like if
Yeah.
you do the right thing, sometimes you will lose.
And Clayton, how did she do?
0 out of 10. Wow.
Many
Well, it's
many
hard to
points for
grade
the
these, to score
interpretation.
these.
I really enjoyed that.
Yeah.
Too long didn't read.
Too long, didn't read. So
Okay.
that's the thing. Like they use it on Reddit. If you're reading a long post, they'll have the long blocks of text, and at the end they'll have the TLDR version, which is too long, didn't read. Here's the nutshell of what I'm saying
Which
in this post.
I love that.
It's a good one. Too long, didn't read. It should be Hogchute the Shit. Too long, didn't listen. That's the idea. Too much talking. Yeah.
But you need a colon in there.
Yeah, true.
If you got it.
TLDL.
TLDL.
How about LMK?
LMK.
That's an easy.
That's a good one.
Let
You
me-
know.
You
I
said
think
a
that
lot.
I think that means let me know. Let me knowledge. Let's just go with
Let
no
me knowledge.
I like that. That's more refined.
Yeah, well, you
Yes.
did backtrack from the correct answer,
I
which is
know.
let me know.
But
you
if
were
we're gonna
trying to
go
make it fun.
poetic,
But I think so ding, 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 you won. Right,
I
hold
won.
on.
I got 1 point
Let's ring the bell. 1 point. There we go. 1 point for Aaron.
out of 3.
LMK is let me know. Do you got another one?
Yeah. How
Okay.
about ROFL?
Ralphing.
Raffling.
No, it's rolling on the floor laughing.
You got it. I think you're better at this than you thought. Ding, ding. All right,
ding,
one
ding,
more.
ding, 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 ding.
Two chimes.
Oh wait, I won. I got 2 out of 3.
2 out of 3 ain't bad, as Meatloaf
And
said. R.I.P.
now-
pouring out for the loaf.
now
casualty of the summer.
We're going to transition to our next segment, which is...
Back into a new segment already, back-to-back segments?
Absolutely.
Which is Claxioms.
Claxioms.
So we're going to turn the tables. Aaron, you just were grilled by Clax, and so you're going to have the chance now. You're going to be quizzing Clayton.
Now it's my turn.
On, we call it Claxioms, but we understand that these are not axioms. They're idioms, but whatever. This is the better
Clayton
title. So
Cladioms didn't work.
Cladioms. Well, I don't know. That's a different segment.
Cladioms.
Yeah, that's when we're going to talk to you about anatomy and sexually transmitted infections. That's going to be next week.
Chlamydiums. Yeah.
Yeah. So this is an idiom segment, but there's no. If we call clax, then clax, idioms, claxioms. It makes sense. So we're going to be presenting Clayton with some idioms, and see if he knows what they mean, and or where they come from. So Clayton, what does a wet blanket mean?
Wet blanket. I really like idioms, and with a lot of idioms, it's all about how people say it. And I know I've been guilty of saying them wrong sometimes. But having said that, I'm pretty sure a wet blanket means like when someone's like, well, I don't want to be a wet blanket. If you have a wet blanket on you, it's kind of soggy and sticky, like an uncomfortable kind of thing.
It's like ruining your time.
Like ruining your time, which, as I have to say that out loud, I've never felt that.
Would you?
I've never been like, this blanket's ruining it for me.
What's that? Yeah? Well, so, okay.
1 point for Clayton.
1 point
a
for
wet
Clayton.
blanket is someone who spoils the enjoyment of a situation, someone who dampens other people's joy. The expression dates from the 1870s and is based on the fact that cooks at that time kept a wet blanket in the kitchen to smother fires quickly. The practice dates back to at least the mid-1600s.
But then in that context, a wet blanket's a pretty good thing, right? Because you want to have a wet blanket around, because if you have a fire...
But hey,
people are like, we're cooking now.
But who wants to have a fire?
Yeah.
No, that's what I mean. Nobody wants to have a fire, so if you have a wet blanket around, you're going to stop the fire.
But, I just kind of feel like it's somebody who spoils the enjoyment, because it's kind of used in this way that's kind of mixed. So, nobody wants to have a fire. You never want to use the wet blanket.
No one likes a wet blanket, but it's very helpful to have.
It's very helpful to have.
Exactly.
Exactly right. All right.
Okay.
Moving on to the next one.
I was going to say it was like a military thing. I was going to think troops are out on a march, and what could be worse, a wet blanket, right?
All right, Clayton. Clayton.
You hear that, man? There's a wet blanket over there.
All right.
I'm sorry.
So tell me, what does it mean to quit something cold turkey?
I feel like we talked about this before, and I still, I get the gist of it. Cold turkey, you drop it like that. You know what I mean? You're cold turkey. Why it means that, no idea. Leftover turkey from Thanksgiving. Why would you quit that?
You got a ding?
Ding, ding, ding.
I want to know where this
2
comes
out of 2.
So he
far.
got the meaning, but did he get the etymology?
He also did.
Wow.
So cold turkey means to quit something abruptly and without preparation or fanfare. Presumably, the term echoes the idea of a cold turkey dinner, which is one that does not take a lot of preparation and is presented without fanfare. Primarily, but not exclusively, cold turkey is used to describe ending the use of something addictive such as cigarettes, alcohol, or other legal or illegal drugs, which I'm not interested in doing. The implication is that quitting cold turkey involves enduring the pain of withdrawal without using any tools to alleviate the pain. Originally, cold turkey meant to speak plainly and bluntly, as in talk cold turkey. Today, someone who speaks plainly is said to talk turkey, and someone who ceases an addictive activity, such as smoking, is said to be quitting cold turkey. All right, moving on.
I don't get it. I really don't get the link there.
What it has to do with Thanksgiving.
Yeah, what does it have, the Thanksgiving dinner?
Well, because it's easy. Like it's
easy.
so
But
it's not
again,
it's not easy. It's just like so it's basically without doing any preparation. So like if you're gonna have leftover Thanksgiving dinner,
You're just gonna pull it out of the fridge and
yeah,
just go for it.
you'll just do like a little.
So
bit
this
of
isn't.
a,
This
just
is
a
like
little,
I'm not
You'll
preparing
do a
to
little
quit
bit
something.
of bread. You'll do some
guess.
cold turkey.
Just eat it out of the
I
fridge.
mean,
cranberries
late at night,
and like
yeah.
cold gravy. It's just like no preparation.
That to me feels though like that one's like, that's like lazier. Like to me, like to quit something cold turkey means like to give it your all. Like you
Yeah.
know, I'd take full effort. You know,
It's no effort
Because
because you're
it's
not
very-
heating it up. It's cold turkey.
but to quit,
But
like,
to quit something
addictive,
has
like
got to be really hard, right?
Yeah, of course it is.
Well, because you're cold. I think that I know in doing my research today, I did also read that cold turkey may also, even though there's no evidence about this, could have derived from the way that the goosebumps on a cooked turkey are reminiscent of the goosebumps one may get when going through profound withdrawal, but I didn't want to bring that up.
Oh,
so,
that's a little
we
darker.
kept it.
That's a little bit
I
dark.
think,
all
but this
right.
is an
Thanksgiving
unfiltered show. You
This
know,
is
I
an
mean,
unfiltered show. I just didn't want to get dark.
I want to know the truth. I don't really care. You know,
All right, that's
decorum is out the window.
So a cold turkey has the goose bump.
Right? Yeah, of course. Yeah, you got the
Has
bumps,
the goose of the bump.
turkey bumps.
All right, one more.
One more.
Speaking
Okay.
of a goose,
Two
let's talk
for-
about the
2
goat.
out of 2 for now.
All right.
We're moving on to goats at this
Goats.
point.
Another
All right.
animal one.
Meh.
All right, what does it mean to get someone's goat?
Who was I talking to today? I was talking to Cole on the phone and talking about something, and I was like, like I do it for whatever. I'm not trying to rope my goat or anything. I paused and laughed at just how ridiculous of a. Okay,
You might have invented that.
Coming
one.
back,
It
no.
feels like one you invented.
to get the goat. What is
To
it?
get someone's
Get
goat.
someone's goat.
I mean, I feel like it's. I mean, I feel like it's really about just like getting the gist, or to really get the best of them, but not in a bad way. Like,
Yeah, I think you're right. Like it's getting the best of someone, right? It's like you've beat them or like cut them off short somehow, or like you got them. You pointed out something that really pokes at them or something like
people
that.
say that really gets my.
That really
goat."
gets my goat. He really got my goat.
All right, I need Clayton's final answer.
Sure. Okay. Sorry. I thought it was like phone a friend.
That wasn't a phone a friend
No?
situation. No.
Oh,
Here's
no,
a
no.
look at
Okay.
a friend.
Yeah.
Well, I'd say like. Will you say it one more time, please?
To get someone's goat.
There should be spelling bee rules where you get to like, can I have it used in a sentence?
Yeah, let's hear it.
Gavin may seem unflappable, but I know a way to get his goat.
Oh, well, that's most definitely in that sentence, and in that way it's said, it seems like I know how to get the best of them, but I don't know if that's the best way to put it. It's like how to get.
It's almost like to humiliate them. You get somebody's goat, and it's really like you're embarrassing them, right? It's like,
I don't feel that way. I feel like it's if you make them
We're calling
laugh.
Brad out because he's
got a
interrupting.
technical foul out of the game.
No.
No, I got red
Getting
carded.
my goat here, bud.
You really got my goat, Aaron.
All right, we're gonna give Clayton a half point
All right.
for that, so he got 2.5 out of 3. That's
right.
a very light,
And muted, yeah.
light and muted. So to get someone's goat is to make someone annoyed or angry.
Oh, you're right.
This expression comes from a tradition in horse racing, thought to have a calming effect on high-strung thoroughbreds. A goat was placed in the horse's stall on the night before the race. Unscrupulous opponents would then steal the goat in an effort to upset the horse and cause it to lose the race.
Wow.
Why does the horse need the goat?
Because it was thought that the goat would calm the horse because they made friends.
That's
So
cool.
just to get your goat was to irritate the horse,
Wow, that
unsettle
That's
the horse.
bizarre. I would have never guessed.
Right, and like where
That's crazy.
no one ever thinks about the source of these idioms, but
I feel like a lot of them have got to be like old-timey gambling phrases and things like
this
that.
is
right?
obviously gambling because
Yeah.
it's like having to do with horse racing.
Right.
But regardless, we will see you very soon.
Well,
Good
yeah,
choices
so
there, Aaron.
Let's talk here for a moment because there's a lot coming up this weekend. I'd like to use this as a community platform to plug
Yeah.
things that are happening. So there's truly a lot happening this weekend. Thursday night, Daddy Pride doing the happy hour, Americana happy hour.
Absolutely right.
Yep.
After that, what do we got?
Pygmalion
Music
starts.
Fest, of course. Yeah, that
course.
starts Thursday as well, right? Evening right after the happy hour. Is that really true? Yeah.
That is really true. It begins
Wow.
on Thursday night.
Nick Stein and myself are playing with Big Dad Pride for this happy hour. We're gonna
Right
be,
on. Oh, cool.
doing,
Hot Knife and Clayton Burke will be up there with Daddy Pride. What are you gonna
Then we're
play?
gonna sneak
You got a set
in.
list?
It's gonna be
Hot Nick.
hot knife, salt life.
Hot Knife, Salt Life. Hot Knife and the Salt Life. You got
Oh,
that
that's a
Salt Life
great,
sticker on your band
that's-
too.
That's gonna be a great segment, eh?
The Hot Knife and the Salt Life.
Salt lives, the salt lives.
That'd be a good phone-in segment for Nick, I have to say.
We're definitely gonna check
so is
it
there-
out. But
yeah.
the one that I would recommend the most, I believe, is on either Friday or Saturday night. You can check it out on the Pygmalion schedule. Vo Farkature, who is the son of Ali Farkature, who is basically called the Jimi Hendrix of West Africa. Truly the most incredible guitarist that plays completely different electric guitar than you've ever heard before. Just incredibly unique and moving.
Very
So we'll
excited
check
about
that out whenever that's there, yeah? Sounds
Yes.
like it.
And Sweet Milk is playing on Friday. I think that's on Saturday night.
That's on Saturday night. Okay, so Vo Farkature is on Saturday night, and then Sweet Milk is playing at NOLA Bar on Friday night.
And the Luma City thing is going on just outside of NOLA, which I think is. And I have to mention that.
What is
just
that?
For the Luma City thing is usually like DJ or performers playing with like beats and ambient sound, but also Matt Harsh and Jonah Weiskamp are shooting projections that are interacting.
Oh, neat.
And
That'll
being
be
triggered
fun.
by the music on projectors outside that too. So if
Yeah, so
you
it'll
know,
be like
if
a
the
nice
visual aspect is your thing,
multi-sensory experience.
I think it's such a neat thing.
Anybody?
you know?
Yeah.
I'm so excited to
That'd
get
be great.
psychedelic, you know.
Yeah, but then, the fun keeps going into Sunday, as
Do
far
you guys
as I
have
know.
any acid?
I was just going to ask about that, but I thought maybe I didn't want to put out like the call for psilocybin
Sorry,
on the web.
No big
but
deal.
He likes it raw, but not that raw.
We'll talk about
Anybody
it
going
later.
mushroom hunt? Anybody got some mushrooms to put in my soup?
Well, folks, what we're gonna do is we're gonna put on a couple of songs, and when we come
Couple
back,
more things to plug,
we're-
Aaron. Hold on, quit cutting me off. I'm running the show here. Isn't there somebody else who's
Excuse
going to
me.
be playing this weekend that you're going to be going and seeing on Sunday?
Oh yeah.
Is it Miss VV Lightbody?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we got to shout out VV.
Of course, we have to shout out VV. So my best friend Vivian, Vivian McConnell, aka VV Lightbody, is going to be coming through town, playing with our very favorite local band. Actually, tied in first place with my other favorite local band because it's the Clayton Burke Band. But Merry Travelers are going to be playing with VV Lightbody. And
Yeah.
we're very excited. That's going to be at the Rose Bowl on Sunday night.
And I have to also say that because this is the place where we live, there's a lot going on a Sunday. There is also going to be a bags tournament at the Loose Cobra down in Tolono.
And there's
Young
also
Kistler.
going to be Skid Fest, which is going to be held at the Brass Rail.
In memory of our friend Aaron Davidson. It'll be a great show. A lot of great people playing. A lot of his favorite bands.
So basically, what we're saying is like, don't do anything the entire weekend. Save up all your energy and then go to all three things on Sunday. Yeah.
no, do
No, I'm
Pygmalion.
kidding.
Do all of this, but drink your water. I think drink
Just drink a
plenty
lot
of
of water and have meals. Vegetables.
But speaking of which, I've got a song that is queued up because it was one that I have vivid memories of seeing A-Rock really get down to anytime that the Tractor Kings are playing. Can you guess what song it would be?
Oh, all I can remember is seeing A-Rock doing "L.A. Woman" with him that one time.
Oh yeah, he
Which is
did.
amazing, by the way.
He did Roadhouse Blues with us once,
Yeah.
and that was wild. I
great.
think he did that at the shoot, right? He did "L.A. Woman" with
Yeah.
them. Man, that went on for like 40 minutes. It feels like
I
it was
in the
amazing.
rafters. I was loving the hell out of it.
It was really late.
But I didn't mean to.
By the time it was done, no.
just
So
had to mention.
yeah. So this one's gone to heaven. I used to see him get down with this
yeah.
one so much, and so I just have to play it. This is the Tractor Kings. We're going to play a couple more songs. Aaron, you want
we're
to say
going to
something?
do a couple more songs, and
Yeah.
then when we come back in about 15 minutes, we're going to read Julie some tarot for her.
Oh, we're gonna read for Julie's. Yeah,
I have decided that it's for Julie.
That's for Julie. Fair enough.
It's got to be for our executive producer.
the EP, chat moderator, executive producer's a lot of responsibility. She needs to be here, like keeping us on time. If she's the EP,
Julie cannot be here. That's the magic of Julie. It's
Fair
like
enough.
the further away in the
magic
home,
of Julie.
the more magic can be infused.
Speaking of the magic of Julie, she sounded great on your album, Clayton.
I
gotta
know.
say.
That
Playing-
is the magic of Julie at work.
Yeah.
I know, and it's like
True.
I
Is
had
it the clarinet, the oboe?
clarinet.
Clarinet.
And
Yeah,
also
that's what I
did the
thought.
cross stitching that's on the album
Oh,
cover.
did she really?
Absolutely.
I didn't know
Yeah.
that. That's awesome.
An incredibly talented woman in general,
And our chat room moderator. So
chat room
And
moderator.
always modest.
always modest, indeed. So here is Tractor King's "Gone to Heaven" and a few others. We'll be back before too long.
Get ready, Julie.
Ladies and gentlemen, Hogchute 17, Tractor Kings!
you're singing a tune, and it's got my. You're so beautiful, babe. I think Jesus is coming. Here's a glass for the wine and one to put rum in. I didn't mix him a drink, still I think Jesus is coming. Well, there is no need to fear, my dear, when I give you the word that the Lord and his sword would be bored out of his gourd if he was anywhere else but here. Oh, love your glove to put my fingers and thumb in, and in heaven above someone left the water running. I'm not saying this is the end of everything, just the beginning of something. And when you hold my hand is playing Jesus is coming. Well, it's so wonderful, my love, how you show me the way, that if there's no tomorrow, there is no need for sorrow if we're happy only today. Empathy's a symphony composed by the great George Jacob Gershwin, and you massage my ego like you're pulling on purse strings. I'd wager your behavior'd start a stuffed shirt to mumbling, and when we do the hokey pokey, I know Jesus is coming. Well, it's no stranger than when you're near. Oh, it is just something small that holiness should appear, and neither the front nor the rear, but where we do not expect it at all. That holiness should appear in neither the front nor the rear, but where we do not expect it at all.
There are many Well, I'm up thinking about you. Drank all I had around, wasn't a thing to do. Ran out of time and money, ain't nothing gonna see me through. So I'm up thinking about you. Like a fool I went and party, you know, when we said goodbye. In a company of strangers, feeling low, getting high. Now it seems the party's over and all them people have all gone. But still the folk, except for one, 'cause I'm up thinking about you. Learning all the new ways strange just to get me through. Talking to myself again, there ain't nothing that we can do, because we're up thinking about you. Everybody's happy, except for one, 'cause I'm up thinking about you. Learning all new ways of strange just to get me through. Say I'm seeing things again, but ain't nothing gonna see me through, because I'm up thinking about you. Yeah, I'm up thinking about you. I'm a thinking about you. I'm a thinking about you. I'm a thinking about you.
Here we are, back again.
Here we are, shooting the shit. That was Mr. Clayton Burke sitting right here to my right, off of his new EP, Hokey Tonk, with the Clayton Burke Band. The song was called I'm Up. It's one of my favorite ones on that album.
One of mine, too.
It's really quite a jam. So a good old. We were talking about the other night about country songs. You were sitting over here and had a few beers, and we came across talking about the idea of like songs that feel like they always should have existed. And that's one of them for me. I feel like, it's got that toe tapping vibe. It's got a good melody, a good little hook on it, lyrically. So.
And I feel like that's not a brand new song. Like, I've heard that song for a few years now.
Yeah, well, yeah.
I've been playing it a bit, it kind of changed with the band and whatnot, but that's a nice thing to have it like realized in that way. Have that nice.
Well, it was so nice to hear that song when I was up all night thinking about Brad.
Oh yeah.
Well, see, it's a very it's a way a lot of people feel.
Universal. Yeah. Everybody's got it.
Not to make him blush or anything, which he is, obviously.
You can't see I'm red as a tomato right here.
Yeah. Even though I only have yellow tomatoes.
That's true. We do only have yellow tomatoes this summer, but yellow is a tomato. I don't know. So Leo's putting on a show for us. Yeah, he's upside down. We
got a cat.
Show.
He's putting on a show. Anyway, so we're gonna do a reading.
Oh, is it time?
Who is the reading for, Clayton?
Well, we had a debate out on the patio just now, and originally we were going to read for Julie, our chat room moderator, executive producer, and I thought maybe we ought to read for King Charles
the Third,
the Sovereign,
the Third,
the Sovereign.
I don't know. I think we could read for a lot of things. But why don't we just read for like the general listener?
No,
And
I think we should read for Julie.
You think we should read for Julie? Okay.
Yeah, Julie needs it tonight.
Let's do a joint one also. If King
No,
Charles,
so-
if you're out there,
This
I
is
want you to
for
clear your head
Julie
as well.
and King
Yeah,
Charles.
King Charles,
Okay,
if
this
you
is
are
for the both
listening
of them.
tonight, like this is also for you for sure.
This is, yeah, Chucky baby.
Okay,
if you're
so
listening,
Chucky
This one's for
baby the
you.
third. So Clayton, will you direct Julie as to what she should do right now?
and I'll direct King Charles as to what he should do now.
All right, Julie, I want you to clear your head and take a deep breath.
I'm gonna shuffle these cards a little bit. I'm just gonna do like a quick kind of
I want you to focus
tossing.
on keeping a clear head right now. That's what you do, right? Keep the head clear. Focus on something that you want. I want you to decide what you'll focus on.
I'm gonna cut the deck now. We're gonna stack it on top, and then Julie,
This
Charles.
Is your card.
this is your card. Looks like it's the 10 of Cups. All right, I'm gonna scoot a little closer. I'm gonna give you a visual description of this. In the 10 of Cups card, we see 2 adult people, and they are facing off into the distance, looking over a landscape. They've got their one arm. The man has his one arm, his right arm wrapped around the woman. They both have their opposite arms. The man his left, the woman her right, raised up triumphantly, as if like they are praising the sun or the morning or whatever it might be. That
They're 10 cups deep.
up at the top of the card, there are 10 cups that are spread out over a sort of like a rainbow arc sort of looking thing. Here, I'll get that out of the glare. Everybody can see this a little bit better. Down here at the bottom, at the foreground of the picture, are 2 little children dancing merrily. They're holding their hands, they're skipping. To me, this feels like a really good card. If I'm looking at just the picture, which is what I've been told in tarot you're mostly doing, this feels like pretty good. I know that in terms of like what I've read about the tarot, like a 10 is the final card, and so it's usually a card of completion in the end of a journey. I know that Cups deals with like emotions, and so what I would say is like maybe perhaps there's been an emotional journey that has gone on, and we've reached the end, and it's time to rejoice and to feel rejuvenated and happy and celebratory.
To be honest, I feel like this is a King Charles card.
This is a King.
No,
this is
I'm just
definitely a
going to
King
be honest
Charles
because
card.
it
Yeah.
feels like that the happy family we're looking at looks a
Yeah.
whole lot like William,
I don't see no lady
Kate,
in there. Yeah.
Kate Middleton, and the
Well, then
two
it's a happy-
grandkids. Like it's a very positive card, but it's
But
like
Charles
the 10 of
is
Cups
not-
is a happy family card,
Charles isn't-
suggesting that your family relationships are harmonious and loving right now, which might be true. No one is fighting or causing any tension. All family members are getting along with each other, sharing in the love and happiness that surrounds you. This is specifically for Nick, This card may appear in a reading when you are spending more time with family, perhaps on a holiday, reunion,
Perhaps on a funeral.
or event where you can rest and relax together, creating fun and happy family memories and strong bonds. So both is true. I mean, COVID, death, like great stuff.
True, yeah. Moving forward, right?
When the 10 of Cups pops up in a tarot reading, you have a sense of wholesome completion and alignment in your relationships with others. You're experiencing an idyllic state of peace, harmony, and love, where your dreams and wishes have come true.
She can't even finish it. So this does read like really good for King Charles.
This is really
Your dreams and wishes have come true. Family is united.
We're
happy.
gonna do one more card.
Should we
I
do
think
one more?
We need to just do the next card. The next
right.
card on the deck, and that's gonna be
Really?
I think it's gonna be the next introspective card.
And
in my
who's this
opinion.
for, do you think?
I think this one needs to be actually for Julie.
Okay, so-
this is the one that's like gonna be for real.
This is actually for Julie.
Because
so
the last one was so King
Maybe
Charles.
Julie was thinking about King Charles.
Yeah, maybe
Maybe she was.
was. And
aren't we all? Aren't we all really thinking
we
of
are
him
all,
right now?
And we're all thinking about the idyllic, heavenly state that we're
Mm-hmm.
feeling with our family and the wholesome times we're having.
Indeed.
Yes, indeed. So, for
Yes,
Julie,
quite.
Quite,
Yes,
quite.
quite.
Yes, indeed. Please, the next card, Senor.
Fuck. That ain't no good.
That's a dude right
This
there.
is the devil. What can you
Recognize
say?
him.
It's a wonderful card.
I could describe it, but you all know what it is. It's the goddamn devil
Pretty
on the
sure
card.
I used that in a
She's a
baloney.
devil in
in
disguise.
front of the devil with his horns, his right hand raised up, his long scraggly beard are two nude people, a man and a woman. They are chained to the devil. I don't think this is good. This doesn't feel good.
They
I have to
probably
say.
want to be there though.
Do they think they want to be there?
I don't know.
Tell
Well,
us.
I mean, it just depends on how you see it. It's an opportunity. The devil card, when
He could be
it shows
chained
up
to them.
in a tarot reading, is an opportunity to bring negative influences into your conscious awareness. So you and I would say that a negative influence definitely is COVID, into your conscious awareness. So you can then take action to free yourself from the hold of COVID
We
in
have a
this case.
visitor here.
Shine your light on the negative patterns that have been standing in your way for so long, and over time you will loosen the grip they have on you. And honestly, this sounds really good to me because after you get COVID, you have like a really long period of time when you can really feel free. In terms of like going out and not worrying, and then you won't have to quarantine and you can make plans, travel, etc., see family. Given that the devil is a major arcana card, it is unlikely that you will be free from your addictions and dependencies overnight. It may be a reoccurring pattern, as COVID will be, and it will take a tremendous amount of willpower and strength to free yourself from the influence. But it is possible, and it's up to you. On the positive side, the devil can also show a powerful attachment between two people, such as a mom and her newborn or a romance. Be careful though, because the devil card, this healthy attachment, can turn unhealthy, codependent, if you lose connection with your inner guidance or don't protect your personal boundaries. I don't think that's the case for our dear friends.
Indeed.
In fact, I do believe
Yeah.
I do believe that we have two friends that are very independent.
Sure.
And the devil, in this case, in my reading of it, is the COVID.
Could be the COVID.
It is the COVID. I mean,
Julie is in the chat, and she has said, "Welp, this feels right." But she also feels it was a good omen that Leo appeared during this reading. He walked into the frame, so he made a little bit of an appearance.
Kind of cleanse the palate.
I think it's
I
a good
will.
omen,
I will also say there is one more paragraph.
Okay, yeah, keep going.
The
More to
devil
share.
can also represent sexuality
Ooh la la.
and your wild side. You may be exploring bondage,
Well, listen.
but no
you know, this
fetishes
is-
and your deepest, darkest fantasies. If you can do this within a safe and sacred space, it can be a very enriching experience.
Listen, look, what happens behind closed doors is nobody's business.
When we
But
get behind.
sounds like it could be a lot of fun.
Kidding.
Yeah. So, I think that these are, anyway, good readings for both King Charles and Julie. I think,
King Charles
what,
lose hope
Chuck,
for his
you're-
sexuality.
yeah, I
Let
don't
us
know.
pray.
Maybe these cards got reversed. I'm not too sure. We'll see. Anyway, that was a good tarot segment, Aaron. I
Long
gotta say.
live the king.
Long live the king. I can't say that. We're
And-
American.
and his
this is an American
sexuality.
show.
Yeah.
And his sexuality.
I saw something that said it was very progressive of England to make their next queen a man.
It is incredibly
It's a
progressive.
really progressive move.
Especially
Yeah.
that the next king has been divorced, Let's just
Right.
hope that he had nothing to do with Diana's loss, right?
Exactly. We hope. So should we play some more music? What do you think? I mean, what we got?
Or do you want to talk about Princess Diana?
I don't know much about Princess Di. I remember when she died. It was
I remember that more than 9/11, to be honest.
really not me. I feel like, well, yeah, I don't know. It was a
You
weird
don't-
occurrence. But I don't know. I don't know what to say about Princess Di.
Well, she was just such a humanitarian, and she was genuinely
Against the
cared for
royal
the
grain.
people.
They really didn't like her very much, is my understanding.
They didn't like her from the beginning,
Yeah.
and so that's why all these conspiracy theories around, her death. There's a million
Right.
of them.
A lot of people think that like they had her killed, right?
But we don't have to go into this.
Can we,
deep.
though?
We can. Do you want to?
No, I would rather go into like other conspiracy theories. I think are a little bit more fun.
I actually think you'd rather have a cigarette. So
no, I don't know. Well, I don't know. We had a talk segment scheduled in here. We got plenty of time. Ain't nobody going nowhere. What have we been doing lately, Aaron? We fell off the Andy Griffith train. I got to tell you, we have watched probably at this point every episode of Andy Griffith on the Pluto TV. Yeah. What are you, Aaron's signaling to me for something. You can just tell me what you need. What do you want? Should I switch back to the camera?
Yes, I would like the camera.
Okay, please speak. Please speak.
So we have fallen off the Andy Griffith train, but I have watched some wonderful episodes. I just wanted to do a sprinkling.
What do you got? A sprinkling of what?
Chamomile?
Oh, of chamomile? Are you like cleansing the cards?
Yes,
Is that
we're
what's going
cleansing
on?
the cards. It's very important for the deck. Yeah.
All right. So then we've got that taken care of.
And now we're gonna have a cat.
Don't chew on that. Chew on that cable ding.
Yeah. So we are big fans of Andy Griffith. It's one of our favorite programs.
Is that poisonous for a cat? Is
It
chamomile?
is not poisonous for a cat. It's going to make him sleep. It's going to be just fine.
Okay. Well, chew on it, buddy.
Regardless, so Andy Griffith, there's a lot of racist, fucked up, sexist shit on that show, but there's also a lot of great.
Much.
There's a lot of great morality, and then later on, as the show goes on, I mean, we were actually discussing having an Andy Griffith podcast.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Just because, there are so many wonderful episodes that
a lot of life lessons, a lot of laughs, too. We do love Barney Fife. We like Floyd the Barber.
We love Floyd the Barber.
Don't we love Floyd, folks?
I know.
Have you ever watched the show?
I haven't watched a lot of it, no.
No, Clayton doesn't know, so we shouldn't talk about it now. We'll save it for our next podcast.
Please talk about it. It's making me think
there's
of
nothing
Roseanne.
to talk about. Well, what have you been watching, Clayton?
Kelly
Let's
and I
talk
have been
about our
watching,
entertainment habits.
Kelly and I have been watching Roseanne again, and for me, it's the first time seeing a lot of those episodes. I mean, I saw a fair amount of The Babysitters growing up.
Sure.
But you know what is surprising me is some of the episodes are real bummers. Some of them are challenging for racial aspects and class aspects. And some of them have me being wow, this feels like a really woke show for 90s.
Yeah.
90s,
well,
I
it was
guess.
definitely
episodes.
I think early show would be a reflection on the middle class Midwestern sort of family, right? And a lot of the challenges that are facing that. So I remember watching it when I was a kid growing up and kind of hating that I identified a little bit with the Connor family because it did seem like people I knew, at least, Well, it's a good show. Yeah.
My parents only showed me X-Files and Star Trek when I was a child. So, I mean, I was basically horrified from the moment I was born. And we just started watching a film from 2017 called My Friend Dahmer, which is based on a graphic novel by a fellow named Durf. His first name is Durf, but I don't remember his last name.
That's his nickname is Durf.
Yes, but he actually goes by it as a pen name.
I don't know about that.
No, I did look up the graphic novel, and you can actually fact check me on this. But still, and it's just interesting to me because I am so scared of horror films, like gore movies, like Texas Chainsaw and all that shit. It's so scary to me. But the first half of this movie was just kids in high school and this one kid showing some weird tendencies. And that was scarier to me than any horror movie that I've ever seen.
Really got under your skin, huh?
Yeah,
it got
exactly
your goat.
Right. It really got my goat. That's exactly right.
This would be a good one, too. Maybe you can look this one up. An informal... Claxioms is what's good for the goose is good for the gander. Can we try this? Can we toss back to Claxioms? I think we got a little time to kill. All right, I'm tossing this back. What's good for the goose is good for the gander. Do you got it, Aaron? All right. What do you think it means, Clayton?
I think it means that it's sort of someone in the group. We'll say maybe it seems like a relationship thing, but to me, I think about it like a group thing. Someone may not like having to do this or that, but it's more or less it's for the good of all. It seems like that to be the blanket.
Sure. Yeah. The good of all. Can you use it in a sentence? How would, or in a context? So okay.
That's
hard. I'm putting you on the spot, the hot seat.
No, that's okay. how do I use it in a sentence? Well, I'll just be very vague, like I always am. Well, it may not make Jeanette happy.
But what's good for the goose?
That her partner
that she has to work
to work extra hours. But what's good for the goose?
What's good for the goose is good for the gander. So it's about like sacrifice in a way.
I think so. I think it's just I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess my take
Can't
on
always
it
be
is
happy.
like to me, like I think it's about like hypocrisy. Like, well, he says he doesn't want to do this or that, but he expects other people to. But what's good for the goose is good for the gander. Meaning, like the same rules should apply for the goose as well as the gander.
Whoa, that's
but
an
I don't know.
interesting take. I don't know what's right.
We have a bell. We don't know who.
Is that it?
1 point for Brad.
Yeah, all right. I'm on the board.
My perception has changed.
There's a whole host of proverbs that proclaim that what is good for a man is equally good for a woman. And they all date back to the Middle Ages and before. They all use the analogies of various animals such as cows and bulls, ewes and ewes. How do you say that word? A baby lamb.
Ewe.
Ewes.
Yeah.
And rams, etc., meaning what holds good for the male of the species must hold good for the female, although in this particular instance it is the other way around because gander is, of course, the male goose. Although what is good for the goose is good for the gander seems to be the more common form these days. The earliest form of the proverb to be the more The earlier form of the proverb was sauce for the goose is sauce for the gander, which appears in John Ray's collection of English proverbs published in 1670, where he states it's a woman's proverb. It's already a proverb in 1670. Its origin is probably a lot older. But essentially, what we're talking about is just like,
sounds like
what's good for one is good for the other.
Good for life.
But also, I just don't like, there's something about it I don't like, Like, it feels a little bit sexist.
Hetero, yeah.
Yeah. It's a little heteronorm. Yeah.
It's heteronorm because it's like
a little outdated.
So like what we just learned is that like what's good for the goose is good for the gander, and if a gander is a young male,
sure,
and it's colloquially used to denote a man and a woman, it's basically saying that a woman is lesser than.
Sure.
But what's good for one is good for the other. It should be a given. It shouldn't be a say, right?
Take away from it, yeah.
So
to be ungendered, you think?
Like let's be ungendered. I mean, I like the male. Let's just go male on male.
Right. Well,
let's go.
It's good for the gander. It's good for that gander.
Hogchute after dark.
What's good for the man is good for the man.
That's just checking the mail.
What do you think it means to? We all probably know this one. To feel under the weather. Some people may be out there. We've heard there's been a couple COVID cases in the circle.
I think it means to be under a cloud of rain.
To be under a cloud of rain? Could be.
I don't know.
Yeah. This idiom is believed to be nautical in nature. When a sailor was feeling ill, he would go beneath the bow, which is the front part of the boat. This would hopefully protect him from adverse conditions, as he was literally under the bad weather that could further sicken him. Therefore, a sailor who was sick could be described as being, quote, under the weather.
I love that.
Yeah, I like it a lot, too.
Well, and you actually, I think, aren't we all always under the weather?
Yeah, I think...
in a manner of speaking.
Yeah, it depends.
We're always
sometimes
under
I'm
More
not.
than
we
others.
are under the sky.
Can I
and
hijack your segment and do one more? And then we will play some music or do whatever you want?
Fine, whatever.
Fine,
Brad.
whatever. At least it's not.
Whenever.
Whenever. At least we don't have Alex here agitating you throughout the show.
Oh,
That's
I
like
miss
some
Alex.
high drama
Alex, if you're
episodes.
listening, we do miss you.
We do miss Alex. So we wish we
I
should
do talk to him. Yeah.
give him a holler and get him back when we start doing this.
We
regular.
will. He's gonna be disappointed.
All right. Beat around the bush. What do you imagine it means to beat around the bush?
To trim your pubic hair.
No, come on.
I feel
Please,
like I know what it
family
means by
show.
inflection.
This is a family show?
Yeah, there's families listening.
There are families listening? No
Children,
one told me
yeah.
that.
No, I don't think so. I don't think anybody's listening. So I think Julie and Nick, they're family in a
They
sense.
are family.
Yeah.
But
They're
they
our
ha-
family.
They do have children, so
yeah, they have furry children for sure.
yeah.
Yeah.
Also, we're thinking of Gabby.
Oh yeah, shit. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
of
sad.
course.
Always sad to lose a friend.
I know. Well, in a deep way, but also, so to beat around a bush, it is to trim your hedge.
You've never heard this before? To trim your hedge? Come on, what does it mean?
No,
like,
it means like.
don't beat around the bush.
So like, it means to trim around the bush just means like that you're like addressing. The,
I'm not. It's not. What are you talking? Trimming.
not-
Nobody's talking about mentioned trimming around the bush. This is about beating around the bush, not
So
trimming.
the real issue is in the middle.
I would love to find out where this.
All right.
is.
I think
Feels
you're
like a
No,
bird.
the real-
derailing this
no,
on purpose now.
The real issue is in the middle.
You don't
but
like
you're
that
not
I'm-
addressing the middle issue.
Okay. Yeah.
So you're
okay, sure enough,
basically
sure enough.
going around the issue.
Yeah. To circle the point, to avoid the point. I think you're dead on. All right. We got to give Erin the. She's got it. Okay. This common phrase is thought to have originated in response to game hunting in Britain. When hunting birds, or while hunting birds, participants would beat bushes in order to draw out the birds. Therefore, they were beating around the bush before getting to the main point of the hunt, actually capturing the birds.
It's very sexual in
that's
a
so
way
weird.
because you kind of have to, when you're doing like a manual stimulation,
Oh, please.
you have to kind of
I
go
feel like
around.
there was a rap that
the
was like,
middle.
I don't want to beat around the bush or eat around the tush.
Whoa.
Something. Y'all
Like, you-
remember this circa like early 2000s?
I don't know that one.
I feel like it's hitting some,
Let's Google it.
Yeah.
I don't.
but still I feel like it's kind of sexual in a way
It's the Dre thing.
because it's just like
It feels like that, yeah, for sure.
because you're just like going around and around before you go in,
I think it was.
Bush, yeah.
before you go all the way in.
So I think I
the
think
main
this
event.
comes
Sorry.
from I think this etymology of that, Clayton, comes from 8 Mile,
Damn
the
it.
Eminem
I was hoping
show.
it wasn't an Eminem thing.
It says, "You want a battle, you want to beat around the bush, like you're scared to lick pussy, so you eat around the tush."
All right,
I
so
thought this was a family show.
I'm sorry.
yeah, so basically we have a very inconsistent host here tonight, ladies and gentlemen.
Sorry. Yeah. Well, look, I'm the host.
Well,
What we,
He's
what we,
quoting
what we
someone,
have
though.
learned.
That was just to quote
what
Marshall
we have
Mathers.
learned. We have learned about Marshall Mathers. We have learned about King Charles III's future, and that Clayton is a diehard fan of Eminem, particularly the film 8 Mile.
But I
So-
wouldn't let that be your takeaway from tonight's Shoot the Shit.
I don't think. Yeah. Listen, this is a long show. You know.
And this is a family program,
family program. Yeah.
a pilgrim.
Well, yeah. I should have given maybe a plug your
The
ears a
Mayflower,
little bit.
in fact, yeah.
The Mayflower. What do you say? Do you want to play a little bit more music? Come back and
We might say
Sign
goodnight
off,
in a little
yeah.
bit, yeah.
yeah. So let's play a song by Emily Ann.
Sounds great.
The Emily Ann Band. Good old boy. Good old,
Good old boy.
What makes you so good?
Good old boy, what makes you so good? Did you listen to your mama like you should? Good old boy, why don't you tell the truth? That you're just afraid of ridicule. Oh boy, which way will you choose? When a new day dawns, will it dawn on you? Good old boy, did you take her on the town? Did you listen to her when she turned you down? Good old boy, where did she get that bruise? And are you still good when you let loose? Oh boy, which way will you choose? When a new day dawns, will it dawn on you? Which way will you choose? When a new day dawns, will it dawn on you? Give him a round of applause. Good old boy, what makes you so good? Did you listen to your mama like you should?
Big money. Now I cry, toss, turn all night over you. Big money. Get out of here alive, I'll show you a thing or two. For you I will lie, for you I will steal. On my way out, all these small days, big money, big money. See your face, I'd buy another round. Pick up in the streets, trouble, big trouble. Baby, you I would lie, for you I would steal. On my way out, all these raw deals, yeah, you I would lie, for you I would steal. On my way out, all these raw deals, big money, big money, big money, big money.
First I walked by the Stop and Shop, then I drove by the Stop and Shop. I prefer driving next to walking, because then I can always have my radio on. Radio on. Radio on. Radio on. The religious structure of my heritage, and each and every one of you, and all of your children's children until the time immemorial, shall now and forever have your radio on. Radio on. Radio on. Radio on. Radio on. Radio, radio on. Radio, radio, radio on.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Cara Louise Band. You get it? Woo!
Battled down his wretched man, he's breathing fire. Watch him, John Wayne again, and a TV tray dinner. One night he illuminates leather, sweat, and smoke. He reaches for his pipe and laughs at his own joke. I escape outside, but I know that I'll be followed, telling me on the front porch swing that I ain't good enough to bother. Living my dream, but it seems like he's the world's best father. He wants to see the worst in me and remember I'm his daughter. And I miss my mother's voice that questioned where we were gonna go. Sung in such a simple song, and now the answer I don't know. It's such a distant memory now. Sometimes I wish you'd leave. So the hope that I keep on clinging to won't seem like make-believe. Won't seem like make-believe. Takes all I can to make it down our old endless gravel road. One day at a time I'll make way from my future plans and goals. So all that really keeps me here is a love I can't deny. I learned to live without her, and with what's left of him I'll try. His boots have dried, they're caked in clay, they set beside the door. His body fully clothed, he sleeps. I'm the safest when he snores. Lay my head down, one eyed shut, and forget what I live for. It takes some time to understand when a haunted house is yours. And I think back on my mother's voice saying, "Close your eyes, you'll see." Singing me a lullaby till I could finally feel some peace. It's such a dizzy memory now. Sometimes I wish he'd leave. So the hope that I keep on clinging to won't seem like make-believe. Won't seem like make-believe. My body's young. It's almost been a year. Life goes on. And I think back on my mother's voice saying, "Close your eyes, you'll see." Singing me a lullaby till I could finally feel some peace. It's such a distant memory now. Sometimes I wish you'd leave. So the hope that I keep on clinging to won't seem like make-believe. Won't seem like make-believe. Won't seem like make-believe. Bottled down, he's wrecked, and man, he's breathing fire. Hey, thank you. Thank you. What a cool night. What a cool night to be a part of. Thanks so much for having us, guys.
Her mother always told her, when you get older, don't think you'll meet a man gonna miss her right. close each time. Wasn't concerned, the lessons to be learned. One live her life for all his worth. Didn't come from much, strings of bad luck that always wound up to be at the wrong time. Natural curly hair, old clothes she'd wear, always seemed to fit her until she met a guy. Ride her out on a Friday night, one too impressive, looking extra nice. Got dressed up to be let down, the man thought his ride was nowhere to be found. Lost in a crowd, feeling like a clown, she got dressed up just to be let down. Got dressed up just to be let down. Remember to her place, took the makeup off her face, saying to herself she wouldn't do this again. For that she tried, believing in a lie. Silly things like this could make a difference. She was relieved when she came to say that none of it mattered. It was all make-believe. Got dressed up to be let down, and thought his ride was nowhere to be found. Lost in a crowd, but feeling like a clown. She got dressed up just to be let down. Got dressed up just to be let down. But she was relieved when she came to say that none of it mattered. It's all make-believe. Got dressed up to be let down, the man thought his ride was nowhere to be found. Lost in a crowd, but feeling like a clown. She got dressed up just to be let down. 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 Thanks, y'all. That song was about going to somewhere else, and this song is about going somewhere else. This one's called California. Gone out of California, see me awash in the sun and the sea. Never mind my mere misfortune in the land of opportunity. All my fears will be forgotten, all my dreams will be redeemed once I get to California. Eat the fruit right off the tree. Last night I dreamed of California, stars hanging low and bright in the sky, just like diamonds down from heaven. California, diamond mine. All my fears will be forgotten, all my dreams will be redeemed once I get to California. Eat the fruit right off the tree. California dream machine, igniting on and off screen. Carry me in your slipstream to your milk and honey. All my fears, may they be forgotten. All my dreams, may they be redeemed. Once I get to California, eat the fruit right off the tree. Once I get to California, eat the fruit right off the tree.
Hey. All right. Hey, that was Adam Remnant, one of our guests from the road. I had kind of a roadblock there where I was playing some songs by people who have played the Hogchute at various points in time. That was Adam Remnant from, I believe, like the Cincinnati area. Am I right in thinking that? Do you know Adam?
I feel like
That was
so.
a buddy of Cole's. I think he was around there. Before that was Jack Grelly, St. Louis staple for sure. Before that was the Cara Louise Band, now Cara Louise, and they are now located out of Nashville.
Down
I do
in
believe,
Nashville,
down in
doing
Nashvilleian.
Good work.
For that was the Falbonauts, and then some old-timey CU scene folks like Lonely Trailer, Steve Pride and his Bloodkin, and the Emily Ann Band, for sure.
Wonderful.
I think,
and you know, that
yeah.
Good Boy song is stuck in my head about every other
yeah,
day.
yeah, it's an earworm.
Hey, do
I
either
think
of you
they would say.
guys have a joke just to lighten
A
the mood a little
joke?
bit?
Not other than the one I just told on the patio. I don't know. I could
I'm
think
sure
of
Clayton
one.
knows one more joke.
I don't think I should tell that.
Then just one more in the world, you know. Doesn't have to be that
It's
one.
hard to think of a joke on the spot. I always have this problem.
So I'll tell one I've told before, but I really like it because it's a dad joke. What do you call a guy who tells dad jokes, but he isn't a dad?
I don't know. What do you call him?
A faux pas. Going with that.
That's pretty
How
good
do
one.
you know when a dad joke matures?
I don't know how.
It becomes apparent.
Good
Perfect.
enough. Yeah. Right.
I love it.
Right. I don't know. I've always had that problem. I wish I was like.
Are we going to become parents?
I don't know. This is a conversation for off microphone we've had before.
All right, Chad, hit him up. Who
Hit
wants
him
to
up,
see the
shit, yeah,
babies?
who wants to see the babies?
Well, I think we know
Yeah.
if we do, you know, we have a godfather.
Yeah, well, for sure. Yeah.
That's the name of the baby.
Godfather?
Yeah.
GF.
You come to me on the day of my daughter's wedding.
Come to me on the day of my birth.
All right, y'all. Well, we're gonna do a tarot card reading
Is it time?
for the world.
Yes,
But
this is for
before
you.
that,
Oh.
let's have Brad tell you all about one more time
All right, I'll pitch back.
the Hogchute.
Yeah. Well, I'll
Harvest.
do that. I'll do that at the very end. You know, they say that people retain the very first thing that they're told and the very last thing. And
Right,
what I want them to
wonderful. Great
retain
news.
is the
Okay,
information.
fine.
So here we are. We've got what is this?
This is chamomile.
This is
It's freshly
chamomile.
picked from the garden.
Picked from our garden. I'm going to give this another quick shuffle. Again,
Whatever.
I think.
Do we need to talk about our snake bean?
We do have a really long snake bean.
Snake
You can talk about the
bean.
snake bean.
Well,
Snake
so I
bean just sounds nasty.
snake bean.
Pretty much is.
Snake bean.
It's a reptile bean.
Snake bean.
Ooh.
All right.
Okay, that song
So-
got writ.
That's a real song, but it's Snake Farm by Ray Wiley Hubbard.
No, but we have a snake bean. I basically just randomly bought these seeds from the catalog that I buy seeds from every year. Nick Stein, big shout out for the help setting up the garden this year.
Knife.
Hot knife.
Also, Hot Knife, of course, Salt
Cut
Life,
through. Salt Life.
Hang Loose, Rock and Roll.
Cowabunga, rock and roll.
Anyway, also to Holly Curia. Yeah, so we set up this beautiful garden and I planted these beans and they were doing nothing, literally. And then this fall, they basically just exploded and now I have a 7 foot long snake
pretty
bean.
big.
It's thick and long. It's
That's a Tonetta song. I'll play
it
it
is
for you later.
thick and long.
And that kind of. It's a little bit like that. I can't say. I
She's
don't,
happy.
because I've been reminded
with
that this
her
is a
friends.
family show. I don't think I can
Oh,
say the name of the song.
Anyway, it's a
Gotta
family
really
show.
read. Yeah.
It's Skin in My Bones is the name of the song.
No, it's not that one either. I'll play it for you.
I'm kidding.
I'll play it for
I'm
you
kidding.
later.
But you will.
I will. Yeah, I'll
You're
let
gonna
you
play
know.
it for me later.
Yeah, the song. I'll
Oh.
let you know what the song
I
I'm
thought you meant the
referring to.
act.
The act.
It would be a sin.
It would be a sin.
All right, since Aaron is pushing the envelope as far as
Okay. The
show-friendly
family
topics go.
No, I'm just saying. Okay, so we have this bee and it's long. That's it.
Yeah.
I want to
Yeah.
enter like a 4-H competition, but I can't
Yeah.
find one.
You think we can?
I did the
get you
research. I
to the
really
4-H?
I really did the research, and I can't find a longest.
What was the
bee.
story that came up about like the woman who won every single category and
It's a wonderful tale.
the
Yeah.
county
So
fair?
there was a recent woman that won like 35 of all of 35 awards at a county fair.
Mhm.
Best jam, best preserves, best like bacon, best everything.
Right.
Like best cupcake, best bread, best everything.
Right.
And they tried to track her down, and unfortunately, I don't remember her name, but she had the exact same name as somebody that was kind of like big on Twitter.
Mm-hmm.
And so that person that was like big on Twitter started getting like
All these
totally
requests.
harassed
Yeah.
because like everybody thought it was her.
People didn't like, but they would
They-
harass her because
Not
of that?
not
Bad
harassing, but just like harassing in the sense of like just sending messages.
Yeah.
So she just got flooded with messages, like to the point where everybody wanted her recipes, and she's like, I don't know what the fuck recipes you're talking about, because it was the wrong whatever her name was, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Anyway.
so speaking of that, we will post that, to the Hogchute later. We will tell you all about this beloved recipe writer
Right.
and fair winner.
Right.
But for now, we're going to tell you your tarot reading for the next foreseeable
Just
future.
for you,
Just for everybody.
listener. Yeah.
Yeah. You
We
didn't
can't
cut
do
the
that.
deck.
I did. You saw me. It's on camera. People can rewind and see. They can double check.
You
I'm gonna
pulled
cut it
death
again.
again?
He
This
has
is the
risen.
devil again. We're gonna do a different one. Okay. This better not be the fucking devil. Okay. It's the fool. It's the fool.
You know
So
what?
the fool is carefree.
We didn't claim to know tarot, guys, because we don't know tarot.
We really don't. And but I can read. I can look at a picture, and I can describe what it looks like. And so here we see a real fucking fool standing on the edge of a cliff.
That son of a...
He's got like a bindle sack or something over his shoulder. He's got his arm out. He's holding like a flower or something. The sun is shining. I got to tell you, this fool seems oblivious. He doesn't seem like he has a care in the world.
What a
He
derf.
seems like he doesn't know a lot about anything. It looks like he's about to walk off of this cliff, if I'm going to be perfectly honest. So I think this is a card about naivety or about like the innocence and purity of like being naive in some way. I mean, I know a little bit about tarot. I've learned through doing this segment, but to me, this feels like a card of innocence and of hope. Maybe there's purity. I think here. Tell Aaron, what do you think? What's it say?
It literally speaks to me in its entirety.
Really?
Yeah, this is very reflective of, what I'm going through these days. The Fool is a card of new beginnings, opportunity, and potential. Just like the young man, you are at the outset of your journey, standing at the cliff's edge and about to take your first step into the unknown. Even though you don't know exactly where you're going, you are being called to commit yourself and follow your heart, no matter how crazy this leap of faith might seem to you. Now is the time when you need to trust where the universe is taking you. As you undertake this new journey, the Fool encourages you to have an open and curious mind and a sense of excitement. The Fool is your invitation to relax, play, have fun, treat life like one big experiment, and feel yourself in the flow of whatever comes your way. This is a time of great potential and opportunity. The world is your oyster and anything can happen. Use your creative mind with a dash of spontaneity to make the most of this time.
It's a pretty good card, yeah.
Pretty
Generally speaking, for anybody listening.
It's an excellent card to meditate on if you are struggling with dread, worry, or self-doubt in your life. The Fool is your guide as someone who is daring and carefree. He is the embodiment of who you really are, your free spirit, your inner child, and your playful soul. Anytime you experience fear, remember the essence of the Fool, as he encourages you to acknowledge that fear and do it anyway.
That's pretty good.
That's
yeah.
beautiful. Yeah.
On a lighter note, the chat is saying that the fool seems to be wearing Clayton's outfit, by the way. That's what Nick says.
That sounds true to canon.
And
yeah.
Shades
Why,
wants to...
why do you think I hang out with Clayton? It's
Shades
because I
wants
need
to
that
know
reminder all the time, you know?
What's in the bag? What could be carrying in the bag?
Probably flour.
Flour?
What
Like
does
the
fool tote
grain,
around
like the
with?
ground.
Like the
Grain.
ground wheat, you know?
Right. Well,
He probably stole that bag, man.
he probably did. That ain't his bag. Who knows? He doesn't know. I don't know I don't know what's in this bag. Like that ain't my bag. You know. Well, I think that's a good reading. I definitely am.
I think it's good, and I think new beginnings are always good.
New
And you
beginnings are
know,
good.
I'm not giving away
It's the
too
beginning of
much,
the
but
cycle.
it really kind of called to me
Indeed.
big time.
Yeah. So I just want to remind everybody, we're on the books. Hopefully, we'll see you out at the Hogchute Harvest on October 1st, out at the Calyx Center. We're gonna have a lot of good times there, a lot of good music.
I'm gonna.
Good friends and fam and all of that glam. So we hope to see you out there. I'm going to take us out with one more song written by our good friend and the one and only Big Daddy Pride, the East Side Five.
Big Dad Pride.
Big Dad Pride. This is the
Oh, wait,
Phantasm.
but wait, isn't he playing on Thursday from
fact-
5 to 7 p.m. at the Rose Bowl Tavern?
In fact, he is, and he could or could not be playing with our friend here to the right, Mr. Clayton Burke, as well as Nick Stein, Hot Knife.
Your friend
Nick Stein.
to the far left.
To the
Yeah,
far left,
I think what's
somewhere
gonna
off to the
happen
left.
is we're gonna learn his tunes, and we're gonna try to give the East Side Five a run for their money. I think that's the
idea?
That's the idea.
Yeah, we're going for the East
Yeah.
Side 3.
The East Side. Yeah,
We'll see
that's true.
if it really takes 5 to get that.
We're going
I
for
don't
the.
think it does. I think
It's kind
you
of
can
like
get that with 3. What's that?
it's like the Urbana 3,
The Urbana 3? Yeah.
just like the Memphis,
Yeah.
The 3
West Memphis 3.
Musketeers.
That's
the East Urbana 3.
the East Urbana 3. That does sound like
Murderers, yeah.
murderers in a newspaper write-up or something.
We're gonna
But
kill
anyway.
it.
Anyway, so
They're
we're
gonna kill it.
We're gonna sign off. We're gonna hear that song from Dave, and then we're gonna let y'all be on your merry way. But I do have a sign off that I want to leave you with.
Speaking of being on your merry way,
Yeah.
the Merry Travelers,
Merry Travelers.
will again
Gotta
be
shout 'em
opening
out.
for Vivian Lightbody.
Absolutely, we should have played some Travelers. I didn't have them on my list.
It's
Next
okay.
time,
Next
for sure.
time.
Save it. You can see him this weekend.
You can see them this weekend.
On
you don't want to
Sunday.
miss them.
Absolutely.
So, from Du Bois to Downs, we'll see you around. Thanks for
Clowns.
listening. Clowns, something. It's a near rhyme. I think it works. All right. Thanks for listening, y'all. See you around.
I know a little spot round Monticello. We go to fish the 10 pots of rock and roll. They pick and grin and chicken shimmy and singing hello. So bring booze, smoke spoon, bring your dancing shoes. We cruise with all our troubles in the rear view. Through the country, all the lovely is there waiting for you. And when we get there, baby, we gon' wash our cares away. It's really something like a loving with no judgment and nobody got no mind to pay. Alright. So till dawn we gonna watch a fire till it's gone. We turned on by the guitar, by the sad song. Am I awake, or am I dreaming? Later on we gonna turn it up and howl at the moon. We consume by the bar or ballroom. We pick it up and put it down, grooving to the new tune. 'Cause one day this place is gonna have a different energy. And one day this place is gonna be a memory. And someday was always coming that way to take me something. And when we get there, baby, we gon' wash our
He's home.